Hello and welcome back to ASU-TV Tonight. I'm your host, Colby Thompson, and I'm joined today by Christian Wilcox and Tanner Kenley, the hosts of The Rip-Off.
Nope. This is my show. Are you comfortable knowing that the future of ASU-TV is in my hands?
Says it's your future.
It's your legacy, almost, but...
I mean, no, like, you could screw me over, like, pretty bad, actually.
I
like,
could.
I mean, like, you could make sure that Wald and Name of the Game, like, never get seen again, so...
Are you comfortable that you left all this mac and cheese in my hands?
Oh, no, I mean, I trust you with that.
Okay.
I trust you more than I trust him.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, regardless of how you feel, you had brought up Wald and how I can make sure it's never aired again, but it is done forever.
Okay.
And this show will eclipse that significantly. Do you take any responsibility for that? Because if you think about it, you created this because freshman year I worked for you for Name of the Game.
Yeah.
So you kind of created this monster because nobody wants to see this show and more of this, but here we are.
We are
Wow. I mean, yeah, I would like to apologize to everybody for that. Look, I'm not perfect, okay? We all have our mistakes, and this was clearly one of mine. And I just want to be here and own up to that today.
I don't know if you remember this, but the first time we met, we were standing outside watching a street preacher.
Okay.
And he was saying that people who smoke weed are like cowardly sorcerers. Every time I've, puffed on the ganj, I've never been able to cast a fireball.
Yeah.
And so what reason did that man have to lie to me?
Maybe he just didn't want you to be smoking, smoking the weed.
Oh, no, Smarties.
Oh! He streams on YouTube, actually.
Really?
Yeah. He went
We
right
will
up
not
to,
shout
We
him
could
out.
have. Can we get him on?
Yeah.
Can we get him on?
He might come.
You rushed ATO your senior year.
Yeah.
Why sell your soul now? Because you only had one more year left.
That's true. But I just, they're really good friends.
He paid for them.
I did. Yeah.
Paid for friends.
It's one of the easiest ways to actually make friends is buying them.
But why wait now? As you were you had to save up your allowance?
Yeah, no, like my mommy only gives me like $5 a week. Dues are like $20 a month.
Do you have a piggy bank?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how all us responsible savers work.
Yes.
So,
The ATO piggy bank, the Greek
Pike
piggy
piggy
bank.
bank.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
no. They come into your high school, like when you're like a freshman, and they're like, I know you want to rush a fraternity, so they give you your little fraternity piggy bank.
And they go, so in 8 years.
8 years.
In your senior year, if you save $5 a month, you'll be able to afford Greek life.
If there's one thing you can say about fraternities is that they invest early.
Recently, you played knockout shirtless at a basketball game.
And
we can talk about the shooting form later because that might be its whole own thing. What I want to know, and we'll throw up a picture, shirtless with a scarf?
A scarf.
Yeah. This is like in the middle of February during the ice storm, right? And so it was just too cold to go outside without without something to protect.
Had to
and
have
make me
something
warm.
to cover those nips.
Yeah,
Was
exactly.
the scarf long enough?
Oh yeah, no,
Oh, yeah.
it definitely covered the nipples. We're with the BCM, so I
belly
want
button.
to
Yeah.
promote modesty.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Modest. What letter were you?
I was U, which my dad, he really liked that. I don't know what he's going to do with it, but he owns a company called U Storage.
Oh,
So I mean, he felt like I was like
You
representing
can
him.
be
Put
the
a picture of
mascot.
you.
Yeah.
Yes.
It can just be on all those trucks or whatever for the store, or on
Yeah.
the garage doors for the storage. It's just a picture of you,
Scarf
shirtless with
covering
the U.
nips.
Yeah.
Yep. with
You
the
on the
scarf.
belly.
Yeah. I mean, like, y'all might have to, like, censor this, but, like, if you look, you can still see some of the...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you can
Oh,
still
wow.
see
You
it.
got some paint
I don't
on
know if
there.
that can show up on frame, but
I don't know. No, yeah, you could... I mean, I don't know if you'll
We'll
see
get
it.
close.
we'll censor it, and
We'll
then
get as close
you
as
can
we
get the
can.
uncensored in the premium. So
Well, I'll do it too.
you're working on a short film called Aluminum Man, where the main character thinks he's gained superpowers after wrapping himself in aluminum foil. Is that right?
Yeah, that's true. It's actually a project I started on with an online class. That online class ended in December. It's February.
Yep.
So
Probably April when this comes out.
had to
honestly, I'm
turn
trying to
it
think
in.
it might actually come out in April. But yeah, no, it's I'm definitely trying really hard to make it like really good. Trying to do some fun stuff with lighting, and I don't know. I just really want to actually make something good. So, plus, I mean, it'll be a fun movie.
My uncle used to wrap his head in tinfoil.
I mean,
And the government took him away. Is that going to happen in your movie?
well, so really, what my movie is it really is like a symbolicism of like deeper
Of the government.
Is that a
of
word?
governments and corporations and how they really influence and mess with our mental state.
Right.
Area
Area 51.
Yeah, so really, it's just I just don't think you're thinking of it deep
It
enough.
could happen, is what I'm hearing.
I have to think deeper.
Deeper.
You need
what-
more aluminum foil.
I need to wrap my own head in aluminum foil.
Do we have any?
Oh,
Oh,
that's plastic wrap, but it'll work. Oh no, it is aluminum foil.
it's aluminum foil.
Look at this.
Oh, how perfect.
Hat for Tanner.
Okay.
Okay. This is all in the vein of thinking deeper.
Do you feel your mind expanding?
This is what Deep State doesn't want you to know.
What have you learned from the deep state?
I've learned that we cannot trust our government. What the aluminum foil told me in a teaching standpoint was that it is illegal to say
I'm really starting to think he's a part of the deep state.
he's just not happy with us. He's afraid. He's afraid of the power we hold. Oh. All right. All right.
Seems like something someone in the deep state would do.
I agree.
You're also working on a project called A Better State,
Yeah.
where you're proposing ways to improve our campus, and part of your plan is to demonopolize Sodexo.
Yeah, that's
so,
true.
a bit of a two-parter. First, when did you join the fight against capitalism? And second, welcome to the revolution. We meet under the downtown bridge every Thursday at 6.
Okay, well, I don't know if I'm really ready to say publicly that I'm
Look into that
overthrowing
camera and say that you're going to overthrow capitalism.
I'm overthrowing capitalism.
We got that.
Yep, you
We
heard
got
it.
that.
Producer and director of
Put that
Aluminum
on the
Man
internet.
planning to overthrow capitalism.
Put that on the internet.
Put that on the internet where it's going to live forever
Yeah,
and without context.
Yeah, lovely. I'm sure my dad is gonna love seeing
Hey,
that.
Colby's dad.
Colby's dad is capitalism.
Yeah, I mean, he does run a business.
This
No,
is
but I mean, I'm not an anti-capitalist out here. I'm fine with it. I just think that honestly, capitalism runs better when we don't have crazy monopolies.
Yeah.
Controlling everything. And I think Sodexo.
Especially when it's a monopoly that just gives me 2 dry chicken breasts. A lot of people, not us, say that you look like Andrew Gluberman from Big Mouth. What do you have to say to that?
we don't say that.
Oh, you wouldn't say that.
Well, we've never seen the show.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, honestly, look, there's no defending the allegations. It's probably true. However, I will say what I get told I look like even more than I look like. What was his name?
Andrew Gluberman?
Yeah, even more than I get told I look like Andrew Gluberman.
Andrew
I get told
Gluberman.
I look like Joey from Liv and Maddie.
Yes, he
Hang
does.
on, I'm going to have to,
Like-
I don't remember.
Man,
I remember
we
Liv and
should have
Maddie. I
thought
don't
about
remember
that while
Joey
we were
from...
writing.
Yeah,
Yes, he
no,
I don't
does.
remember that.
It, like,
Put a picture of that up on screen.
Oh my.
yeah. No,
Who?
like
Yeah.
I
Whoa.
get told probably right. It's like here's the thing.
Wow.
As I was younger, I didn't get told much at all because I was too young. But then as I've aged,
Tall and
the
lanky.
more I get told that I look like him. Like this year,
Mm-hmm.
I've probably been told I look like him or maybe in the past since January, I've probably been told I look like him 5 times.
5 times? Yeah.
And
very much so.
yeah.
What?
It's the glasses.
No, I
It's the
dressed
glasses
as
It's
and
the
the-
hair. It's the everything.
It's a lot. It's the everything.
I
It's
dressed as him for
everything.
Halloween.
Hang on, look at me again. Wow.
Yeah.
It's,
No, I literally
It's astounding.
I'm not even making this up for the show. I literally had 2 girls walk up to me at a basketball game the other day and want to take a photo with me because I looked so much like Joey from Liv and Maddie.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Actually.
Has its perks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, genuinely, one time, this girl, she was flirting with me, and the way she did, once again, true story. She's she's trying to ask me out, and she's she's kind of hitting on me and stuff, and she's like, oh yeah, you look like so much like Joey from Liv and Maddie. He was always the cute one on that show. I'm like,
Not Liv or Maddie?
I guess not.
Well, I guess she's a
Well,
Well, I
weren't
mean,
they
she
the
was trying to
same
hit
person?
on me,
Yeah,
not
sure,
Liv
sure.
and Maddie.
Sure.
So,
Right.
you know.
I don't know. I like the dad.
Well, to wrap things up here, I kind of want to do a bit of an experiment. We're going to do an ink blot test.
Okay,
If you
sure.
are familiar with that. So I'm just going to show you
feel like I've-
some ink blots, and you'll just tell me what you think.
Okay.
So
We're therapists here.
And we'll put these up on screen
Oh.
so everybody else can play
When
along.
did you get your license?
Last week. We're gonna analyze you.
Oh, cool. Okay. I probably need that.
Yeah.
So first off,
Okay. Looks like me. You know, like the warthog in like The Lion King?
Pumbaa.
Pumbaa. Looks like to a Pumbaa. And there's like an anchor in the middle.
Kind of thing that looks like a stingray.
Stingray? I can see that.
Kind of like one that
you're
killed.
not supposed to play along. You're supposed to analyze.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I think for you probably like musical theater.
Probably.
Yeah.
Actually, I do. Yeah. I watched Les Mis last night.
Okay.
That looks to me like a little Fortnite battle helmet thing. You know, like.
Kind of looks like a stingray. Am I supposed to be playing this game?
No.
No, you're
That's why I
supposed-
paid you to be my therapist.
Oh. Sounds like you're a
Is
nerd.
that a HIPAA violation?
Sounds like you're a nerd. Next picture.
Oh.
What do you think that is?
That's a photo of me sleeping in my bedroom.
Kind of looks like a stingray.
No.
Interesting interpretation.
That's not an interesting interpretation, Christian. That's
Oddly
me.
specific.
Christian, why do you have this photo?
We'll go on to the next one.
Okay, Christian, that's me sleeping, and there's like, and you're like in the photo of me sleeping.
Again,
Christian,
an
why were you in my
interesting-
bedroom?
Just an interesting interpretation.
No,
Again,
Christian, I don't think that's an interesting interpretation.
What do you think it looks like?
You kind of look like you got death on your face. Looks
Yeah,
like
because I'm sleeping.
like you've seen death.
Like he got hit by a stingray.
Probably. Oh yeah, that's probably what it was.
No, I think that's
Probably
me
a stingray.
sleeping.
It's our last one.
Yeah, that's another photo of you in my bedroom. Christian, when did you take these photos?
I don't know. I mean,
That's
that's an
like-
interesting interpretation. These are just ink blots.
Okay, well, I'm uncomfortable.
No need to be.
Nope. This was.
That's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Yep. Okay.
ya, so
I'm
tight.
gonna call my lawyer.
Sweet tight.
That's one nice booty.
Okay. That was, bro. Come on, man.